Hey everybody, Marshall Harrison here, inventor of Swybrid. So this guy, Eric Naylor, did a Patreon and a YouTube video talking about the different arpeggios in C major and A harmonic minor. And the only difference is you sharp the G to get from one to the other key. But for every chord you have to do that. But he outlined the arpeggios in this free sheet. You ought to download from it at Patreon right now. Eric Naylor, Naylor, and so he shows you how to do the root C major major 7 root on the on the A string, but he doesn't show you how the technique to play it. I mean, alternate picking doesn't do that well for arpeggios. So what are we gonna do? So what to do? Oh, that'll work. And so of course we use Swybrid picking, and you want to try and divvy it up into octaves. You want to try start playing in octaves, at least be able to do that. I don't know. Of course, you need to have some good position playing for your phrasing, but if you want to just see what your fingers can do, you ought to try 1-3 sweeping in octaves, because then you can like start, breaking it up into like, I'll do the. You can start like doing a little phrase and move it up, and then you can start like maybe flatting a note up through the octaves, like so. Let's start like. So that E went from E natural to E flat to D. So it sound, it doesn't sound that, but when you put it together, it sounds kind of interesting to like flat or sharp a note through the as you go up, you probably want the note to flat and then as you descend, you want to sharp something. It's kind of the way I've seen it done when like Alkin, composer like Alkin does stuff like that. But so getting back to this, Eric shows you all these arpeggios, but doesn't give you like a technique to play them, So, but to play them as written, you can use Swybrid picking. That's what the whole point of this video is. Here's a technique to actually play these properly, where every note sounds clearly, and not just kind of like, just kind of doing something where you kind of hear maybe. No, I want to hear every note clearly. Yeah, even that's not allowed. See, I hit a pinch harmonic there. That's not clear. Let's hear it. Play it again. Right. So I just want to recommend Swybrid for these arpeggios, because so what you do is you go down, up, middle, ring, down, up, middle, ring, and now your pick is ready to come down on the C, the root on the G string on the 5th fret, and go down, 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 and do a sweep. So hybrid picking. So there's your hybrid and there's your swy. But what we could do it the other way. We could do upstroke and then down, down, down. Sweep the first octave and then. So, you see? So there we swept the first octave, and you want to sweep the first octave of these because then that gives you a pluck on the top, and with a pluck you can go. That turns your pick around, so you can sweep back. Okay, so let's try that again. Up, down, 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 up, middle, ring, down, up, down, down, up, up, up. And then you do a little pull off here and keep going up. Keep the sweep going. That's one of the first sweeping things I ever saw was like my first guitar lesson. One of my very first, like in 1988. It was something where he like you swept through, but you hammered. Or pulled off. But of course, if you want to play 2 notes per string, you got to use Swybrid again, like this, like just regular A minor pentatonic, down, up, middle, down, down, up, middle, down, down, up, middle. Yeah, and see, and Swybrid doesn't really help you on the descending part, because your fingers are are not in front of the pick in that instance. I bet if you found a way to like hold your pick with your middle finger, and then had and then you could have like a finger like to help you Swybrid descending, and then Swybrid ascending. But since I don't have another lifetime to work on that, I'm just gonna have to just pull off on the descend. All right, probably just do 1-3 sweeping for A minor pentatonic. But anyway, let's play a few more arpeggios, and just to get a feel for this, because you can also get into the extended kind of. First, you put it on the 6th string, so you get another string, right? And you always want to try and come down a scale on these, okay? And get it to where you hear every note cleanly, perfectly clear. Right? And then you might want to get into I'll work on that later. But no, then you get into the multi-octave in major 7, right? So you could go, let's do 1-3 sweeping. Okay, root, C, E, G. That's kind of tough though, you know? Or you could do the Moshkovsky version where you go. That's a little bit easier. See, when you play with the chord tones like that, just a little mordant or inverted mordant. I forgot which one. You get some really cool sounds. It just sounds great, and eventually you can just like Alkin mess around with the whole thing, and or Alkin did this. He did. He's doing like the thirds, but just with the chord tones and neighbor tones. Anyway, so let's start moving up in octaves, right? Since this one is too tough, let's do this one. Let's put your middle finger, start on C right here, then middle finger on E, right? And just move that up in octaves. Right, and then you can go. You could come down the scale and like maybe pause in each octave to make it sound. And so let's try major minor 7, D minor 7. The same kind of. So your index finger on D, 10th fret, middle finger on the third, the minor third F, 13th fret, 6th string, and then you just play this shape all the way up, right? Let's try and descend like. see, we descended a minor pentatonic, 3 notes per string. And let's try some other arpeggios, like C major 7 sharp 5. And so that fits into harmonic minor, right? So you go like, anyway, so back to the arpeggio. And then what about like major 13, you know? Anyway, so yeah, so major 13, just C major 13 is, you're throwing some neighbor tones right here. And that's pretty cool. Try that. That's another Swybrid. So you go 8, 10, 12 on the E string. And there's a like C major pentatonic, right? 8, 10, 12, G, A, and then hit the C with your pinky, and then do the same. Well, no. So you start out with the two whole steps, and then you do the one where you have the whole step minor third twice, whole step minor third, whole step minor third, whole step minor third, whole step minor third, and then you do minor third whole step twice, minor third whole step, minor third whole step, and then you did the same thing you did right here, right? Because that's a C. You start on C. All right, that's just a little bit of arpeggio stuff I wanted to clear up. Well, let's end on diminished, right? Because we always see diminished. Well, no, actually, let's play some more arpeggios from A harmonic minor. So of course the one chord was the major 7 sharp 5, right? Okay, and then we have a minor major 7. All right, so we go. That's a really tough one. But anyway, so it's once again we're doing like start on the root A, and then middle finger on the third, and then there's your minor third, there's your fifth, and there's your major 7, minor third, fifth, major 7, and back to the root. 1, 3, 1, 3. And then yeah, you'd want to go down. Oh. So yeah, so there's some technical things you can do. And visit swybrid-nation.com and pick up the book and learn more about all this stuff and learn some actual music, some pieces. Like this Paganini arpeggio. Right? Just go up G major, down C minor, up, up, up. We ended with a downstroke here on C, and now we go down, down, down. And see, and that turned us around here, so we get to send right here and go G, G, G. So let's try the whole thing, real slow. Anyway, that's enough for today, and ask me some questions in the comments, share, like, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff, and maybe next time we'll talk about like dominant. And buy a Robin guitar. They're back, and they're great. This guitar is amazing. This is one of the original runs, handcrafted in Houston. Yeah, check them out. It's good enough for Eric Johnson. Awesome. Later.